Welcome to Real Men Read. My name is Devin Frazier, and I am the founder and CEO of I See Me Inc. We would like to thank you for joining us today as we celebrate 11 years of Real Men Read. Now, typically when we host this event, it's held in the auditorium, filled with boys and men using literature as a means to evoke conversation. At I See Me, we feel that it's very important that our boys see books in the hands of a man. We want our boys to equate literacy with success. Our boys can't be what they can't see. Due to COVID restrictions, however, this year looks a little different. This year, we're going virtual. We thank you for joining us on this journey. Now, at I See Me, we feel that it takes a village to raise a child. So we would like to thank these men who took part in Real Men Read. We welcome you as part of our village. Now, you're about to hear some really good stories, and we thank you for listening and tuning in. Sit back, and we hope you enjoy.
Hello, and welcome to I See Me. This is another edition of Real Men Read. I am so happy to be kicking this off virtually. And again, if the glasses have not given it away or kind of show you what I represent and what I'm going to talk about today, my name is Perrin King. I'm the executive director of the McDonald's Magic City Classic presented by Coca-Cola. We are so excited to be a part of this program. I have been a part of this volunteering and giving any type of support that I can for the last few years, and look forward to doing this for many, many years to come because it's an excellent program that is really talking about the heart of what and why reading is important, to being able to apply it to your everyday life and to what you do, and to being able to see folks that look like you, that sound like you, that might even have on the same type of clothing that you wear now that you think is cool, it never has to stop. But reading is really the key to you being able to unlock the destiny that you want and what it is that you enjoy doing and look for that excitement. So Real Men Read, you're going to see some fantastic people that are extremely successful, some that you will instantly recognize when you see them, some that you're going to learn more about what they do. The program is really designed to ensure that at this young age right now, when you're learning and everything is becoming new to you and your questions of why, kind of shows you how you can help answer those questions. But books, reading, and especially the ways that now you young folks, and again, I envy you so much because you have so many ways to be able to connect to learning. Doesn't matter where you start. Does not matter where you grow up from. If you have a hunger to succeed, you can virtually be anything you want to be. Start with reading. Really pay attention to some of the things and lessons and some of the books that these gentlemen are going to read today. Stay a part of this program, but stay connected to reading and learning. Again, you can virtually be anything you want to be. Continue to read. My name is Perrin King. Please enjoy this program. Look forward to seeing you all prayerfully next year in person where I can be back reading to you. And again, thank you so much. Really appreciate your attention today. All right, kids, let's get at it. Thanks. Bye.
Hello, I'm Frank Adams, the Chief Executive Officer of the A.G. Gasson Boys and Girls Club. And on behalf of the A.G. Gasson Boys and Girls Club, I want to thank Ms. Devin Frazier and the I See Me organization for allowing me to read with all of you today. I have a very exciting book called Dear Black Boy by former NFL great Martellus Bennett that talks about how you can achieve anything as a young black man in this world if you set your heart and mind to it. That anything is possible if you apply yourself. And that we are all here to support you along that journey. So it's my pleasure to read Dear Black Boy to you today. I hope that you enjoy the book as much as I did, and that you find it as useful as I did going forward. So, Dear Black Boy. Dear Black Boy, the quest for freedom continues. We must lace up our shoes to do more than run another sprint, dunk another ball, catch another pass, or swing at another pitch. We must lace our shoes and run toward freedom, cheering on those who are training and running our same race, picking up those who get tired or distracted on their way to the finish line. Freedom is still a giraffe and a half away, so we must run another lap like the greats before us who ran the same race. And we must pick up the pace. The low-hanging fruit is what the world prefers you to reach for, but we must climb the tree. Climb higher and you will discover that the fruit at the top is sweeter than Kool-Aid. The game of life is the one game they don't think we can win. But this must be the greatest game ever played. Millions have marched. Millions have fought. Millions have died. Millions continue to run for freedom. Run, run, black boy, run. For you can change the world for us all. Train, black boy, train. For we need you to be in shape because the journey is a long one. Dream bigger, black boy, dream bigger. For your dreams are valuable. No one can take those from you. You deserve to dream the wildest dreams and to chase those dreams the same way you chase a loose ball in the fourth quarter, a running back breaking down the field, or a fly ball in the outfield. Set goals, black boy, set goals. Slam dunk those goals the same way you do an alley-oop. For your goals in life are worth so much more than 2 points. Shatter the glass. Exercise your right to speak your mind, to pursue happiness, to seek peace and prosperity, to avoid conformity imposed by the small minds of society. Exercise until you're drenched in sweat. Think, black boy, think. For your mind is your greatest tool. Move forward, black boy, move forward. For we know where we've been, but where will you take us next? Win, black boy, win. For the world needs more winners who look like you. So lace up your shoes, pick up hope, get in the game, and show us what you can do. For the game of life is the greatest game you will ever play. Get out there and play your heart out. And remember, anything is possible. Runners, take your places. Go. This book is amazing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did reading it to you. It's called Dear Black Boy by Martellus Bennett. And I hope you take this message to heart that you're capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. If you read and learn and apply yourself, you can achieve greatness. It's in you. You just have to unlock it and run the race. Once again, I'm Frank Adams, the Chief Executive Officer of the A.G. Gasson Boys and Girls Club. Have fun reading and have a great year. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? My name is Chuck Price. I'm a judge for the city of Birmingham. The way that I was able to get here is because a lot of reasons. However, my dad was a judge, but my mother was also an English professor. And I thought that when I was in high school, because I used to play basketball, I thought that I was going to go to the league. However, because of my height, and don't get this twisted, I get buckets, used to. But because of my height, parents said, hey, education is probably more important. That's the way that you're going to get a scholarship to go to college. So my senior year, even though I was still getting buckets, guys, I delved into the books. And I realized that reading would be the way that I was going to be able to unlock any and all of the doors that I wanted to unlock. The reason that it's helpful for me in my career is because I've now gone to law school. I graduated college, went to law school, clerked in the Alabama Supreme Court, so forth and so on. Ultimately became a judge. Reading is important because reading impacts each and everything that you want to do in life. You want to be a ball player, you still need to know how to read contracts. You want to be in the entertainment industry, you still need to know how to read contracts. All of these things are important. My favorite book is Maya Angelou. It's a collection of her stories and poems. And the best quote that she's ever said to me that I've ever read from her is, you have to be a rainbow in somebody's cloud. And that's what I try to do on a daily basis. So again, reading is fundamental. It unlocks all sorts of doors that you want to have, or all sorts of doors that you want to open. And like I said, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing and helping people if I was not able to read.
Hey guys, it's comedian Funny Mane, and today I'll be reading a book by Carol Boston Weatherford and Floyd Cooper called Unspeakable, about the Tulsa Race Massacre, which actually happened 100 years ago. right. Once upon a time, near Tulsa, Oklahoma, prospectors struck it rich in the oil fields. The wealth created jobs, raised buildings, and attracted newcomers from far and wide, seeking fortune and a fresh start. Once upon a time in Tulsa, there was a community called Greenwood. Its residents descended from Black Indians, from formerly enslaved people, and from exodusters who moved west in the late 1800s, fleeing the violence and racism of the segregated South. Once upon a time in Greenwood, there was some 10,000 people living in a 35 square block area. Train tracks divided the Black and white communities. Segregation laws called for separate neighborhoods, schools, phone booths, and railroad and streetcar coaches. Unfair tests made it hard for Blacks to register to vote, and laws barred marriages across racial lines. So many Black businesses cropped up along a 1-mile stretch of Greenwood Avenue that educator and business leader Booker T. Washington called the area the Negro Wall Street of America. The name later became Black Wall Street, and the community kept thriving. Once upon a time on Black Wall Street, there were dozens of restaurants and grocery stores. There were furriers, a pool hall, a bus system, and an auto shop. Nearly 200 businesses in all. There were also several libraries, a hospital, a post office, and a separate school system, where some say Black children got a better education than whites. There were 2 Black-owned newspapers, the Tulsa Star and Oklahoma Sun, and over 20 churches, and 15 Black doctors, including Dr. A.C. Jackson, the most able Black surgeon in the nation. On Detroit Avenue stood grand homes of doctors, lawyers, and prominent businessmen. Once upon a time in Greenwood, there were barber shops and beauty salons. Miss Mabel's Little Rose Beauty Salon boomed on Thursdays when maids who worked for white families got coiffed on their day off and strutted in style up and down Greenwood Avenue. The soda fountain at Williams Confectionery was the backdrop for scores of marriage proposals. And there was the luxurious Stratford Hotel, then the largest Black-owned hotel in the nation. Black guests were welcome there, even as they were barred from Tulsa's white hotels. Once upon a time in Greenwood, there were 2 movie theaters, including the 800-seat Black-owned Dreamland. There were even 6 privately owned airplanes. But in 1921, not everyone in Tulsa was pleased with the signs of Black wealth, undeniable proof that African Americans could achieve just as much, if not more, than whites. All it took was one elevator ride, one 17-year-old white elevator operator accusing a 19-year-old Black shoe shinesman of assault for simmering hatred to boil over. With the accused man in jail, the white-owned Tulsa Tribune newspaper ran a headline prompting readers to nab him, fearing the man would be lynched, killed by a mob before his trial. 30 armed Black men rushed downtown to his rescue. At the jail, they faced off with 2,000 armed whites, on May 31st, 1921, one day after Memorial Day, a holiday honoring fallen soldiers. Skirmishes between the two groups left 2 black men dead and 10 white men, but the worst was yet to come. Unable to get to the jailed suspect, the white mob sparked rumors that the black community planned to attack. Unchecked, and in some cases, deputized by the police, the white mob stormed into Greenwood, looting and burning homes and businesses that blacks had saved and sacrificed to build. Threatening to shoot, the mob blocked firefighters from putting out the blazes. African American World War I veterans took up arms to defend their families and property, but they were outnumbered and outgunned. Families fled with only what they could carry. Once upon a time in Greenwood, up to 300 black people, including Dr. Jackson, were killed. Hundreds more were injured. More than 8,000 people were left homeless, and hundreds of businesses and other establishments were reduced to ash. The police did nothing to protect the black community. When the National Guard arrived the next day, all that was left to do was put out the fires and move thousands of black residents into camps outside of Tulsa as their community lay in ruins. Black residents had to carry passes to enter the city. In the days and weeks that followed, some black Tulsans left and never returned. Others stayed and rebuilt the Greenwood community, only to witness its decline in the 1960s. For decades, survivors did not speak of the terror. 75 years passed before lawmakers launched an investigation to uncover the painful truth about the worst racial attack in United States history. Police and city officials had plotted with the white mob to destroy the nation's wealthiest black community. Today, Tulsa's Reconciliation Park remembers victims of the 1921 massacre and recalls the role of African Americans in Oklahoma history. But the park is not just a bronze monument to the past. It is a place to realize the responsibility we all have to reject hatred and violence and to instead choose hope. The end.
I hope everybody's doing good. I hope your families are safe. And I hope once again that you're learning today. My name is Jose Vasquez. I'm the head baseball coach at Alabama State University. Go Hornets. I want to talk to you today about reading, to let you know how important it is. You know, for me, it's a little different. I actually learned how to read in 2 different languages. I'm originally from Puerto Rico. First, early in my years, I was, learning to read in Spanish. And then, throughout my years, and when I got to high school, I got a little better at doing the reading in English. Bottom line is, you have to read. It's a area and something that you're gonna utilize for the rest of your life. It's gonna be so important. So you gotta find a way to practice it every day. You gotta practice at home, whenever you get a chance, with your parents, with your brother, with your sister. You definitely have to read. It's something, once again, that you're gonna utilize for the rest of your life. Reading is just no different than playing a sport. You have to dedicate your talent, you have to dedicate your time, you have to make sure that you work on it on a daily basis so you can get better every day. I just want to let you know that reading is going to be very important. We do it on a daily basis. It's part of what we do, from our jobs here at Alabama State to every time that we have to get ready to play the game, to face an opponent, or just simply something that we just want to lay back and read about. So make sure that you work on your craft every day. Make sure you listen to your teachers. Make sure that you do your homework and make sure that you continue to get better every day. Just make sure that you stay safe. And once again, go Hornets. Thank you guys.
Black men read, and I'm glad to be one of them who does. I was raised in going to the library as a weekly trip with my parents and with my sister. And I believe with everything that's in me that readers are leaders. You can't be a leader if you are not a reader. And so I'm glad to spend this moment with you reading aloud, as I believe that every single one of you are going to be leaders. So more than watching video games, more than watching television, more than sports and teams, I want you to commit to make sure that you're reading. Today we're going to be reading a book called Brown Boy Joy. It's a part of the Hay Carter series, Brown Boy Joy. I am brown boy joy, and I shine like gold, smiling from ear to ear. Smiling from ear to ear. Are you guys smiling right now? You got to smile like Carter. Small but mighty as I walk with pride. I am wonderfully made. Future bright, eyes wide. Come on, show them. Your eyes wide? Are you smiling? No dreams too big, says Carter. No, not for me. Are your dreams big? Whatever you're dreaming, I'm believing that you can become it. You are an amazing kid. So is Carter in this book. I am brown and amazing. Can't you see? I'm telling you, little black boy, you are going to change the world. I see you're amazing. The world just can't wait to see what kind of an influence and powerhouse you're going to be. I am brown boy joy, always reaching out for the sky. I want you to stretch your arms right where it is that you are, whether you're in your living room, whether in your room, whether you're in the playroom, whether you're in the car. Stretch those hands as high as you can, because I'm believing that you're going to go far. You're going to go high. You're going to be tall. You just need a moment to grow into it. Keep reaching for the sky. I walk in the room with my head held high. I want you, come on, practice right now. Sitting up straight. Sitting at attention. Sitting like you are a king, like you are a prince. Come on, sit up straight, right where it is that you are. I want you to always keep your head held high. I want you to always look people in the eye. I want you to always give a firm handshake, because you are Black Boy Joy. Not only are you Black Boy Joy, but everybody who meets you is going to be happy that they get to know you. You can tell by my stride, I am happy as can be. No one on earth can steal my joy. Why? Because it's inside of me. So even if you lose the baseball game, still have joy. Lose the video game, still have joy. Messed up your shoes, still have joy. Weren't able to have your favorite snack, still have joy. Because your happiness is based on what's inside of you and not what's going on around you. No matter where I go, no matter whether near or far, you will always find me shining like a star. I'm believing you're going to go far. I see you going to college. I see you graduating. I see you winning all kinds of awards. I see you traveling around the world. I see your name in lights. I see you being a better child to your parents. I see you being obedient. I see you following directions. I see you wanting to help. I see you paying attention in class. I see you at the top of the class. You don't know it yet, but I think you're the smartest one in there. With a heart so pure, I am loved by all. Walking into my glory, I am standing tall. You are so loved. I love you. Your family loves you. Your classmates love you. Your relatives love you. The world is going to love you once they get to see how brilliant you are. You've got an incredible mind, incredible future, an incredible gift. I'm glad to know you, even if it's just through this screen. Filled with love and light, I speak my mind. Take a look at me, because I am smart and I am kind. You always have to be nice, always be polite, always use your manners, always say yes sir, yes ma'am. Always know that you should be respectful in the presence of elders. You ought to always hug the old or the elderly. Always try to help those who are younger than you, because it doesn't mean anything if you're smart but not kind. People will always remember how you made them feel. Sitting on my throne like royalty, brown boy joy, yes, that's me. I want you to sit down. When you sit down at the table to eat, sit with your head up straight, with your shoulders square. Why? Because you're going to rule the world one day. Not only are you going to rule the world, you're going to change the world. You're going to influence the world. You're going to help the world. The world is going to be better just because you were born. And that's the end of Carter's story, but it's just the beginning of yours. Do you know what I regret? I regret that our time is coming to an end, but I am excited that your time on earth is just beginning. And so I want you to read about heroes. Read about those who have accomplished a lot. Read about those who failed but got back up again. Read about what is missing in the earth and why it is that you were born. Read the newspaper. Don't just go to the internet looking for games and gossip. Look for the good that is happening in the earth. Read about what is taking place in the pandemic, and read about how a black girl who looks like you found the vaccine. I want you to read about how it is that somebody who looks like you discovered the vacuum cleaner. Read about how somebody who looks just like you found the iron and the ironing board. Read about how somebody who looks like you discovered the first alarm. Read about how it is that somebody who looks just like you came up with math and science. I'm Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. I'm the pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Stonecrest, Georgia. And you know what I can't read? I can't wait to read the story about you. Keep reading, because readers are leaders. I'm cheering for you, and I'll be reading about you.
Hey, I'm Terry Mills, and I am a realtor, also a real estate investor. And today I just want to encourage you all to read, because It's one way that you can learn about anything that you want to do. One book that I want to highlight is this one called Take the Stairs. In this book, he basically is just talking about trusting the process and resisting the get-rich-quick schemes in life. We learn so many lessons along the way while we're on our journey, and it's very important to just trust those things. Last but not least, I just want to say, continue to focus, continue to go hard, continue to grind, and reading is one way that you can get anywhere you want to go just by the comfort of your living room. So be blessed and keep going.
Hey, what up, this is your boy Ricky Smiley, man. And listen, man, I have this book called I Am Every Good Thing, a great book by Derek Barnes, Gordon C. James, the creators of Crown. So I am every good thing. All right, let's read a little bit of it, all right? I am a non-stop ball of energy, powerful and full of light. I am a go-getter, a difference maker, a leader. I am every good thing that makes the world go round. Like gravity or the glow of moonbeams over a field of brand new snow. I am good to the core, like the center of a cinnamon roll. Yeah, that good. Beautiful artwork, by the way. I am skateboard tricks, scrape knees and elbows. I am one eye open, one eye closed, peeking through a microscope, gazing through the telescope, checking out the spaces around me, and plotting out those far off places I have yet to go, but I will. See, you can be anything that you want to be, right? All right. Listen, I am a gentleman and a soldier. I am kind and polite. Yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, helping my grandmother across the street and saying bless you when a stranger has to sneeze. And I'm gonna tell you something, that yes, ma'am, no, ma'am goes really, really, really far. Always be respectful, because sometimes, man, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is only the extra. All right, I am a cool breeze, a perfect paper airplane that glides for blocks, for miles, forever. Great inspirational kids book. They don't make books like these, but this is a good book. I am a roaring flame of creativity. I am a lightning round of questions and a star-filled sky of solutions. I am an explorer, planting a flag on every square foot of this planet where I belong. I am a sponge soaking up information, knowledge, and wisdom. I want it all. I am all ears. Right? I am Saturday mornings in the summertime. I am 2 bounces and a front flip off the diving board. I am hilarious. That's me. I am the life of the party. I am that smile forming on your face right now. That's me, y'all. I love to swim. Hey, always learn how to swim, right? That's a skill that everybody should have. I'm in the boom bap, boom bap, boom boom bap when the bass line thumps and the kick drum jumps. I'm the perfect beat, the perfect rhyme, keeping everything on point and always on time. But you already know that. I am a grand slam, bases fully loaded. I'm a nasty two-handed dunk, holding on to the rim just to remind you that I'm still the man. Believe that. I am the undisputed champion. I am a highlight reel of magnificence, right? I am the celebration, the applause, and the standing ovation. I am victory. Hey, this is a great book. Make sure y'all check this book out, man, and get this for your kid. This is a good educational piece that all kids need, because kids need to know that they are great, they are wonderful, and there's not a lot of textbooks out there that that's like this, and this is needed. So congratulations on the book, man. Derek Barnes and Gordon C. James. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Eddie Cohen, and I am a CEO of a nonprofit. And I read in that industry because I have to keep up on the latest trends in order to help people. Two of my favorite books, actually three. I'll talk about my oldest book. It's 1984 by George Orwell. And then I brought two, you hear my little girl over here beneath me. Two other books is Citizen by Claudia Rankine. It's a book of poetry. And Humans of New York. This is it's by Brandon Stanton. He's actually a photographer. It's an incredible book of stories, so it's not a traditional book. I like it very much. I think reading is important because it helps you to go to another world and to expand your horizons, to think about something in a way you never thought of it before. So I encourage everyone to read.
What's up, everybody? I'm Pastor Mike Jr. I'm a pastor here at Rock City Church in Birmingham. I'm also a gospel recording artist or a gospel singer. I sung the song Big, which went #1. I had a #1 gospel album, and I absolutely love reading. You heard this, that reading is fundamental. It helps you develop so many skills, and I believe that it is critical that we maximize every opportunity we have to read. Today, I am reading I Believe I Can by Grace Byers. I Believe I Can by Grace Byers. If you're watching this right now, say, I believe I can. Now, I want to teach you something real quickly, okay? Whenever I say 2 claps and a Ric Flair, you're going to say, woo! So let's try it again. When I say 2 claps and a Ric Flair, you're going to say, woo! Are you ready? 2 claps and a Ric Flair. You got to do it better than that. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. All right, let's go. I Believe I Can by Grace Byers. I can sail like mighty ships, like the oceans, I run deep. I can stretch just like the Alps until I reach my highest peaks. I can charge just like a train. Like a rocket, I ignite. Like a star, I can project. My brightness shine against the night. Are you listening? I am like the lion's roar. Roar. I am like the dragon's flames. I'm worthy because I'm me, and there is value to my name. I can build just like a brick. I keep going like a clock. I can hold just like cement. I can last just like a rock. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. You better stay ready. Grounded firm, I'm like the soil. Like the sky, I'm boundless too. When I believe in myself, there's simply nothing I can't do. Like the hero, I am brave and face my fears despite my fright. Because I know I'm not alone. I felt God on that. Because I know I'm not alone. And in the end, I'll be all right. It's a great book. Sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I'm wrong. But even when I make mistakes, I learn from them to make me strong. I may not win at all I do. I may experience defeat. But I'll dust off and try again to the best that I can be. I know my power lies within. There's nothing that can hold me down. My presence matters in this world. My life is worthy. There's a plan. The Bible says that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. God has a plan for your life. I know I can do anything. Watch this. If only I believe I can. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. I love you. I want you to know that God has a plan for your life. Continue to do great in school and know that the best is yet to come. Repeat after me. Say, I am what God says I am. I love you guys. I'm Pastor Mike Jr. Peace.